He was going broke. He should have fucking never bought him. He was a moron. He was a cunt. Adios, motherfucker. But guys, you're not paying attention. And poorness rubs off. And poor attitudes rub off. Toxic attitudes rub off. But all the high performance people are the same. Remember the first day, the slide with success leaves clue. I tell you who's gonna fail and who's gonna succeed. I don't do that anymore. Because Sally finally convinced me after 20, 25 years that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy if I tell you you're gonna be a loser. As opposed to, oh, show that old cocksucker, fuck him up. There are not many of you are like that anymore. Oh, I've always been a loser. I've always engaged in self-sabotaging activities, and you turn with a tail between your legs and march off into the sunset. Fine. Now see, you guys would have killed yourself. You couldn't have lived with that. I use it as strength. Makes me tougher. Back in Andrew Carnegie's day, Henry Ford the first day, back in the good old days, I should have lived then. It was too far that way, but now we've gone too far the other way. Our daughter said, Dad, if I fucked a donkey in the lobby and the chairman and the CEO were there, I still wouldn't get fired. And if you're black, I mean, you can set the building on fire, shoot the fucking CFO in the head and still not get fired. And that ain't right. What's the current failure rate, EJ? 98.3. How is that possible? But when I ask you, what's the highest performance thing your grandparents ever did? And what's the highest performance thing your parents ever did? And what's the highest performance thing you ever did? And what's the highest performance thing your kids ever did? And when all the answers are the above are nothing, 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 and nothing, and you wonder why you are where you are. And you want people to be employer prone, because that's you. You want documents written that are major shareholder friendly, because that's you. And litigation is a business tool. And when the motivated seller says, oh, I'm only concerned about that you take care of my employees. That's such a fucking lie. I've heard that that's a fucking lie. Like, I won't come in your mouth, honey. What a fucking lie. But in some handbook or some fucking pussy cunt book somebody wrote, you're supposed to say, I want you to take care of my employees. That's horse shit. Why? Because it's a load of hot cock. That's why. Don't ask those questions. God damn it. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with you? I just want numbers. Just don't kill anybody. Legal, moral, and ethics. Morality and ethics float in the wind. All the guys have done something wrong. Maybe not as wrong as some people in this room, but all the guys have done something wrong. Henry Ford had people killed. Andrew Carnegie had people killed. I'm not recommending any suggestion that in any way, shape, manner, or form. But sensitivity equals poverty. And we got some sensitive souls in this fucking room. Yes, you call on the fucking weekend, you fucking morons. The only people that are there on the weekends are the owners. Jesus. You call Friday night, the only person there is the owner. You call 6:30, 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday in the morning, because the only one there is the owner. This is blatantly on my website. I must have said it 50 times on fucking YouTube. For those of you that have read every single thing I've ever written, and for those of you that heard every motherfucking word I've ever said on YouTube.
First of all, you're not talking about calling the office number. We're talking about calling the personal number.
No, you're calling about office numbers, because that's how you cold call to get to these people. How did you get my number, asshole? My number's unlisted. You call during office hours, you're going to talk to a secretary, an assistant, a nurse, a fucking crazy person who's wandering the halls.
If you can't get to the owner the first day...
Well, no. Stop. Well, then next, you're going to be cold calling motherfuckers. I just can see you just rattling that shit off. Not. And he said, Dan, why are you doing this? When we grow up, we want to be rich like you. And I thought they were lying to me. I thought they were trying to keep me out of the business. But there's no money in it. It's $1 billion industry, $1 going around to 1 billion people. There's no fucking money. I'm the only one that's got any fucking money. Then and now. Why doesn't anybody talk about numbers? Because there aren't any from them. At least half of you are devotees of some of these assholes. I pity you. How fucking stupid. You don't look that stupid. But apparently you are. It's a fucking joke. Fuck. But all you guys do it. Because you're all weak. That's why you fucking do it. Because you'd rather be liked than effective. Even Mr. Old Curmudgeon here. That's a sad fucking commentary. God. Remember, you're the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Maybe one parent, maybe a sibling, a grandparent. And what the fuck do they know about anything about raising a high-performance person? They know nothing. So put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it. Because you only absorb the things that are within your comfort zone. The things that make you slappy fucking happy. You fucking cunts, worms. But you're not going to do that. Never. But if you do it, you're going to be that much closer. And as Jack Welch eloquently said, better than I can say, there is no work-life balance. There are work-life choices. And they have motherfucking consequences. You cunts. And you don't even try to have, on the work side, imbalance because you're already too afraid of the fucking consequences. Because you're cowards. You're warriors, not warriors. And the Spartans would have never taken you at 7 or 8 years old. They would have thrown you in a ditch. You're a dead motherfucker. First thing I do is bite your jugular vein and you bleed out. I told you this, and you looked at me like I was the devil. I'm not fucking with you. What are you gonna do? Nothing. The world's changed. But Steve Jobs didn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. And I contend, and Steve Jobs would contend, and Bill Gates would contend, and all these guys that we read about, that you can't be all you can be unless you love yourself first. Nobody loves Dan Peña more than Dan Peña. Most of you in this room don't like how you turned out. Most of you don't like looking at yourself in the fucking mirror. You just got used to it. So call a spade a shovel, as they say in Yorkshire. You can't reach the heights of Dan or whoever until you admit to yourself, I'm an also-ran. Dan's right, I should have rolled down my fucking fat mama's leg. Until you come to terms with that, you understand? Most people in the world don't have the balls to tell themselves sub rosa, meaning silently, that they don't have any balls. Because the definition of having balls now, grit, temerity, have changed. Some of you in this room are actually considered manly in your groups, which I find a hoot, a fucking hoot and a half. But there's meaning in every word that floats out this old man's lips. Well, you had a lot of comments on your fucking papers, didn't you? And now you can't open your fucking mouth. Funny, isn't it? Now, I think it's fucking pathetic. You know, I hope and pray that some of that gets through to you. But unfortunately, I'd be a liar if I didn't say I was disappointed every year. I'm disappointed every week. I'm disappointed every motherfucking day by you. There's not a fucking day that goes by bombarded by you every fucking day failing. And I'm still here. And if they hesitate, have a nice day, asshole.